It's March 2011, and today is the 21st day of this wonderful month. It is the first day of spring. And what a way to kick it off on Sunday. The Raptors went into Oklahoma City. Bargnani led the team. You know, you had guys like Barbosa obviously pitching in. You had, I think, Amir Johnson hitting the game-winning shot. You know, it was just one of those things that it worked, and it just gives us a glimpse of what this team could be. Now, I think you had a position where Bargnani was playing more of a 4, and you had that rotation of big men coming in to give him some help. We really did a good job of shutting down Durant for about 2.5 quarters, I'd say. And you just look at the way Toronto was playing defense, the way they were keeping a very high-scoring team down low for the most part in the game. They kept themselves in this game. I really feel that if the Raptors could somehow squeeze together and get a guy like a Perkins, someone who's going to give you a 10 and 10 every night, maybe give you a 15 and 15 if he's having an awesome night. You free up Bargnani on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. On the offensive side of the ball, he's like a Dirk Nowitzki now. He goes in there, he's swooping around, he gives you 3 options. The big men have to come out, they have to be attracted by him to cover that 20-foot jump shot, or he can drive as you're coming out to him and he'll put that ball down the hoop. We've seen the aggression, we've seen that ability to get to the hoop. Now he just needs someone to help him to actually open those lanes and squeeze guys out so that Bargnani can really truly become, I think, what he was intended to be, which is a 4, not a 5. That's debatable. I'd like to hear your debates on any of these topics, by the way, if you got any opinions. I'm not the coach of all coaches or anything like that. It's just my opinion. You then take a guy like James Johnson, a guy who's killing it from Chicago. I know he's not scoring 20, 30 points a night, but as a 3, he's doing such a great job of giving this team spark, a second opportunity. He's grabbing boards, and he's a big guy for 3 as well. He's a pretty thick, solid dude. I would not want to meet that guy in a dark alley. He looks like he could punch you out for sure. You have guys like Reggie Evans, Amir Johnson, Sonny Weems, these bigger, more electric dudes coming off the bench. And if you build a bench like that with that kind of depth, you're giving yourself second legs. Like basically in the bottom half of the NBA right now, those guys would be starters. So if they're your bench and we're keeping them all basically for cheap, except I think Amir's at like $7 or $9 million a year, for the most part, you've got yourself a pretty good, decent team in the top 3. Now you got maybe DeRozan, who might, be that 2 that you really want, or maybe the draft this year is where you go and look for that 2, that explosive person who's going to get you there. Now, granted, DeRozan can dunk on anybody, but he's going to be able to drop you 20, 25 points a night and play that defense that he's going to need to on the Kobe's, on the LeBrons, or the Wades, or whatever Miami's doing this day. I'm surprised Bosh is in the point guard right now because he's just obviously doing so much there. I don't even want to get into that with Bosh. Anyway, and then you have Bayless, you have Calderon. Maybe you go and get another 1. Maybe, we invest on trying to get the backcourt filled in so that, the front court, plays really good defense. They're really long. And even if you play a 3 zone down and you're playing 2 up at the top and you're kind of playing 1-on-1 up there and trying to shut down the defense as they're trying to swing the ball, you're looking at a team I think that actually could progress. Now the East is getting crazy strong all of a sudden. You got the big 3 in Miami. You got the big 60,000 million guys in Boston. You got the guys. You got Stoudemire and you got what's his face, Carmelo. There you go. You got Carmelo chilling in New York. Atlanta's still doing really well. Toronto, if they honestly, I think, could get a big man in the 5, do well in the draft, you actually have a team that can not only go over 500, but I think make some noise. I think Toronto, the Blue Jays, are something that we need to think about is as a sports franchise, as what they're doing, and how many years of youth and talent that we have. I just can't see other Toronto teams falling this. We're the 5th biggest market in North America. We should be able to spend a few bucks. And Toronto fans, it's up to you. We still got to be supporting our guys, even though they're having, 0.333, winning percentages and 0.45. The Leafs came back. They're doing okay. They're giving us some excitement. If we don't support our teams, we're not going to be able to take the money and put it into and invest in other future franchises. Oh yeah, my Band-Aid. It's not a Nelly impression. I actually had an interview. It was pretty cool at the Score for a hockey show. But right after that, I don't know, I had some kind of reaction to something, and I've got this. It's gruesome, and I work with the kids all day, so I didn't want this like grimacing thing on my face to freak them out. So anyway, that's the Band-Aid story. I'm not trying to impersonate Nelly or anything like that. Alele, alele, mommy, yeah, uh-oh, what's happening here? That's my, sorry, I went on a tangent, but anyway, that is my Toaster Dig of the Day. That's the beef in my teeth, right? I just think that if the Raptors, held down Oklahoma City, they won, basically a buzzer beater type game, the sky's the limit for this team. We get a 5. We draft a 1 or a 2. Our bench is deep. Reggie Evans comes off and is explosive. Maybe Barbosa wants to stay then. Maybe he's that older anchor guy who comes in and gives us a good 20 minutes a game and can launch up 20 points. He just did 30, I think, the other night. I think the Toronto Raptors have an amazing shot if they actually do really want to invest in the future and take all these guys that range between the ages of 22, 23, and 27 and say your nucleus is going to be the thing that is going to be driving this city basketball franchise for the next 5 years. We got a shot, Toronto. Excited! That's Toaster's Dig of the Day. I'm Steven Tozier. That's the beef in my teeth. Ha! I think about it over and over again, and I just keep thinking of you with him, and it feels so bad.